It's Sandra Dee. I am happy to introduce you today to my right hand here behind the scenes. This is Kim, otherwise known as Kimmie. Kimmie has been helping me out a lot here, everything from social media to just kind of like, well, what you're going to see. We went and we talked to a couple of local business owners here that I hope you're going to find very interesting. We certainly did. Now, Kimmie, I know that you've been an entrepreneur for many years. At one point, I know we were talking just before this about the kind of fun general store that you did at one point in a kind of small town.
Yeah.
So can you share with us, like with the different businesses and maybe that one in particular, what is that sweet spot for businesses when you are trying to get established and then you like, how do you know when you can take a breath?
Well, I guess for me, it was when I started having repeat customers coming in and word of mouth. At one point, people were coming in and saying, I heard such great things about the things you carry in your store and the services and, goods that you offer. And that was really rewarding when that happens. But it takes a long time to get established.
It can take a couple of years, right? I mean, on average, it's something like 4 years if you're starting a business. And that's sometimes hard to get through.
Yeah.
Well, 4 years is actually the magic timeline for Glenda and Jordan Waters, who own Iron Wolf Distillery. And so we went out and we had some fun hanging with them. And you're going to learn from them, hopefully, some tips and secrets on how they built their business, the detail they took to their brand as they were building it, which took all of those years, and their sweet spot that they're sitting in now. They're in a rapidly growing industry, especially here in Texas. It's going insane here with the distilleries.
Oh, definitely.
So I think you're going to really enjoy them. We enjoyed being there.
Yeah, I loved their energy. They were really just a really cool couple, and I could just sense that they were really at the cusp of all that hard work that they put in.
Really in a good space.
Yeah.
So we're glad to share it with you. Here you go. Hey, we're celebrating a great summer day here. Kim and I are standing at Iron Wolf Ranch and Distillery with the co-owners, Jordan and Glenda Waters. Now, you are one of 4 owners. We will make sure that we say that Randy Aliff and Lester Singleton, your brother, are also owners here. So tell us a little bit about, first of all, where we are, because it's amazingly beautiful here in Hill Country.
We're right here in the Highland Lakes Basin, so you get to beautiful views from our elevated location right here. We've got 15 acres out here, and this is where we do everything.
Is it an actual working ranch?
Well, our neighbor's cows come here a lot, so I mean, it's kind of his working ranch. It is.
I saw one.
It was a working ranch, and now we let them venture over, so it is their cows are here quite often.
Well, that's kind of cool. Do they come over when people are here, or
sometimes? We got to run them out, or
that would be a little intimidating.
We
a lot of people think it's fun. They help us herd them out. It's a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
How did you end up doing this for your business?
Well, actually, it was my brother's idea to do a distillery quite a few years ago. We were just going to help him do investing and as far as being an investor in it and start the business, do events and things like that. And we just decided that we would do it instead of his partner he was going to do business with. So
we just made it a kind of a family business, and we were excited about it.
That transitioned into this.
Well, I do tech startup companies.
Okay.
And then Randy, our other partner, is a retired fire captain from Austin, and Lester's been in beer and spirits for 20 plus years, so he's kind of our inside man, with some of that industry experience. And then we just all came together, and Glenda is great at running events and
marketing,
facilities,
right?
Marketing.
Yes, it seems like a really good combination.
It is. It's a great. Everybody has a little bit of something to offer.
Obviously, you are watching this huge increase of distilleries here in Texas. There's something about Texas right now, right?
Yeah.
A 1,200% increase in distilleries in the last 10 years. So it's almost like this crazy gold rush here in Texas.
It is.
Was that incentive to get into it, and do you feel more secure that there's this trajectory, or is it a little risky?
Well, it's both, right? Wherever there's opportunity, you're going to find competition. So that's just natural. So it's just how well you prepare and how well you manage through it. The good news about the craft distillery industry, though, is like wineries early on, they took off like this over decades and decades, and then maybe 30 years ago, craft breweries kind of took off, and they're kind of everywhere.
Still going,
Still tremendous growth, and then now distilleries are just at the beginning of that trajectory. So we got a tremendous opportunity, and now the competition is starting to come in too. So it's how well we execute from here.
So how did you arrive at Iron Wolf? What's the
we
story
own
behind
a wolf.
that name?
Her name is Luna. She doesn't know she's a wolf, so that's kind of fun. We've had her since she was 6 weeks old. So
she's a Siberian gray wolf.
Yeah.
And it really came down to not just the wolf and that we love wolves, but the branding was super important. And we knew we wanted to build a destination facility out here that's just beautiful. We know it's about social relationships and experiences and hanging out and doing great things together. That's kind of the essence of the brand.
That's the music and stuff. You have music and live entertainment out here all the time too. So you've taken it up a notch. It's not just that you're a distillery.
That's
you
right.
call
We're a
it
destination. We're a destination.
Yeah.
Does Luna visit here?
I say every Friday, most every Friday.
Yeah, most every Friday. If you want to see Luna, come on out.
Yeah.
And
it's dog friendly here. So how does that work when you have a wolf and people's dogs?
Oh, she's sweet. She loves everybody.
They're not appetizers?
So. No, not at all. She loves everybody.
We got lots of little girl pictures with her. It's just fantastic.
Really?
So, we're really lucky. She's got a great personality.
That's super cool.
But the wolf and the wolf packs and those attributes, those social attributes, are really the essence of the brand.
What was the best day for you here since you've opened?
What were we talking about before our best day? I forgot what we were saying our best day was.
I think it's, I mean, for me, it's when we first started seeing it on the shelves. Out in the
yeah.
market,
Oh,
right?
wow.
And
Twin
we're at the
Liquors.
bars
You're right.
and
For
on
me,
the shelves.
I saw it on Twin Liquors shelf. I went, oh my God.
Did you all celebrate?
Yeah, we did. Absolutely. We had a cocktail or two.
It's kind of like a singer getting their song on the radio. It's like it's that
totally
thing.
like
Where
it's just
there
like
it
that.
is.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
super
cool.
cool. So what is the worst day? So what was the biggest challenge or the worst day, if you could say that?
I don't know if there is a worse day. I think one of the biggest challenges was just how long it takes to actually get this done right.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't want to open until it was done right, and it took 4 years.
Yeah.
4
Right.
years
4 years until you opened.
before you opened the
I
door.
didn't realize.
And
Yeah.
this is incredible.
Yeah, this is
So
amazing. This is all
this
custom
alone looks like it would take 4
designed
years.
And that's copper.
made for us in Iron Wolf. Yeah,
That's right.
huge copper stills, and all the columns give us the flexibility to make virtually any product. Since we got ideas in every category, we didn't want any constraints. So putting this all together, designing all this, and having it custom made for us here was quite a chore. But 4 years of effort to design and build from the ground up the brand, the land, and the products.
What advice would you give, because you are in a very rapidly changing industry with the growth that we talked about earlier, right? And there are people that are going to be watching this, they're in rapidly changing industries. We're talking about real estate, rapidly changing, pharmacies, independent pharmacies. I've been talking to some people in there, it's crazy change. What's your advice for being able to withstand the radical changes that are going on?
I've got two ideas really from the business perspective.
Yeah.
So first of all, just fundamentally, attention to detail in the business is super important. You don't realize just like, we spent 2 years designing the bottle and the brand just to get it unique and to get it right. And we got feedback from bartenders and people in the industry. We had them touch it, feel it, just spent so much time on that, and that comes back and that sets us apart. And if you were just kind of in a hurry, you'll miss that, and then that value just kind of gets glossed over competitively, right? It doesn't give you any position.
And stick with it. Don't just say, "Oh, that's good enough." We had 5 bottle molds. We went through 5 bottle molds before we got the bottle right, exactly like we wanted it to be.
So I think the attention to detail to give you, maintain and really position you for that competitive edge, and then also to embrace some of the new technologies. You got to stay up with what's happening, right? And when we started, it was all website, and then it was kind of more, Facebook, and now it's Instagram. So we're rolling with how to connect with people and how to market, and all that is, I think, super important.
Oh gosh, are you thirsty? I'm thirsty.
I want some day drinking.
All right,
Let's put this in a drink.
fire up the cocktails.
I know where we can go.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Yes.
All right.
The official tasting room. There's a danger zone over there.
Where do we
guys.
start?
Stuff to buy.
We've got some vodka, gin, rum, giddy-up, bourbon, hopscotch.
7 products, so we got a nice lineup, a little something for everybody. So I'm sure we'll find some things that you like in there.
I'm curious about bourbon, so can we start with that?
Yeah,
And I'm not a bourbon drinker. Okay, so I'm representing, sadly, people that are not bourbon drinkers. Even though my last name is actually Ferguson and I'm Scottish, I'm ashamed to say I don't know much about bourbon. So tell us a little bit about
so the bourbon
how to know
is,
good bourbon.
it's one of our premium products. It's fantastic. It's 4 years in the barrel, and in the Texas heat, things age up really nice and quickly. So it's big and it's rich, it's spicy, bottled at 90 proof, and we recently won a Silver Outstanding.
We got a good shot of that bottle too, because you were talking about the design of the bottle. So I'm glad we got that. It's
really
so pretty.
important. Yeah, it's beautiful, and I like that.
I'll show Luna's paw print in the bottom of the bottle.
Look at that!
That's
There
really
we go. So attention to detail, as I mentioned, really unique things.
And that's
so
on all
fantastic.
the bottles, right?
Every
It
bottle.
is. It's on every bottle.
It's a reason for us to pick up every one.
The inlaid metal badges are a really nice premium touch.
So when I'm tasting this, what am I looking for? Is it a smoothness? Like what?
Absolutely, yes. It's a smoothness, and this is a high rye bourbon, so it's got a little bit of extra spice from a regular corn bourbon.
Okay.
So you'll get those spicy notes as well, but a lot of vanilla. And
you say
complexity.
spice, but does that mean I'm expecting it's going to have like a kick to it?
No. It's just more the rye.
got a
The
little
rye
rye.
Should I
grain
sip
has a
this,
little
or
bit
should
of
I just
flavor.
like
Oh, just
swing it
sip
back?
Sip at it. Just
Just
sip
sip
at
at
I
it.
guess it depends on your personality.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's right.
What kind of mood you're in today?
Guess you can knock it back.
Ooh, that's yummy.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on.
I like it.
It's a bourbon
good.
drinker's bourbon.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be
I
this
don't know
big and
much
bold.
about bourbon, but this is smooth.
So if I have this at my house and a bourbon drinker comes over, I will look like I know bourbon.
Absolutely,
Right?
yeah, they'll appreciate it.
Okay, I'm going to do that then.
And then the other product we'd like to try off the base of that bourbon is our hot scotch. So hot scotch is one of a kind. There's nothing like it out there in the world. Truly unique. It's a flavored whiskey.
Butterscotch.
And it's a butterscotch whiskey. So hot scotch is a play on words. It's not scotch, it's American bourbon. The scotch is from butterscotch.
Oh, that's what you meant, that this is the base. The bourbon
Yeah,
is the
the
base.
bourbon
is
is the basis of this. So you got these
Okay.
nice rich bourbon flavors, these vanillas, caramels, and butterscotch. And then we said, oh, this is fantastic and unique, but we want a little Texas attitude in there. We like it, just don't want sweet. So we started
Pepper.
blending in local hot peppers. Yeah, there's a blend of 3 local hot peppers.
Great.
Fantastic. So
That
it's got a really
sounds
nice,
delicious.
unique kick to
I
it.
would
as
never
well.
have thought to put pepper. You cook.
And you know,
I do
it's
not.
got
I would never have
quite
thought
the
to put those
personality.
together.
It's sweetness in the front, a little heat in the back, and
Uh-huh.
it's wonderful.
Yeah,
Should
so
we
just
have like
sip
a
on
beer
this.
chaser, like cleanse the
No.
palate?
No.
or
You're
something?
not going
No.
to need a chaser. Just,
Beer is the next time we do Thirsty Thursday, okay?
yeah. And
Got
that
a little
one,
heat to it.
yeah, it's got a nice
Ooh,
kind
yum.
of a spicy finish that comes up on the back.
I
It
can
really
taste the
balances
pepper.
it out.
Ooh.
Yeah, it balances it out. really
Yeah.
nicely.
Wakes you up when you swallow.
And we, let's see,
We
this-
like this.
Yeah, the hot
I
scotch.
recommend.
Hey, Chihuahua.
#1 seller, and we recently won a silver medal from the San Francisco World Spirit Competition, which
That's
is one
a
of the biggest
big,
in the
that's
U.S.
a big deal.
Yeah,
wow.
Congratulations,
Very
you guys.
Awesome.
Did you get a plaque or
Oh,
like
yeah,
do
yeah,
you
we
get
got
like an
awards.
Oscar
All the ribbons
statue?
are up there.
Yeah, we got awards on a lot of these.
okay.
So fantastic.
That is awesome.
Kind of a personal passion is music. So we love the
Yes.
musicians. We sponsor local bands, 512 Studios downtown, Texas KGB.
See, that's great. So that's good affiliate, I'm going to say affiliate marketing, but kind of partnering with people in
It-
order
it
to,
totally
to
is.
both gain,
Absolutely.
right?
It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
It's great.
And the music's
marketing.
a natural with the atmosphere.
Yeah, we just we like to give them our support, and then they kind of stand by us, and it's a great relationship.
And that would work really in any business that you have if you can support somebody else that's in
Absolutely.
alignment
Truly.
with you.
Yeah.
Co-branding.
Yeah.
Great way to go.
Well, we're going to support you by having some more.
Yeah, let's
I
have
have
some more
some more
cocktails.
scotch.
Which one did you want?
More hot scotch.
Cheers.
Cheers.